I don't think so.
I'm muted. No, it says you're muted.
I mean, it probably just hears me over you because I'm right here.
Oh, I am muted. Okay.
So it's you off of me. So
But see, then it's gonna echo. Echo. It's horrible.
I got my headphones still. I can go slam those on.
I do not. I put everything in the car already.
Mine are in
Well-
the backpack.
Almost everything in the car. Do you have a 3.5 millimeter jack on yours? Type C. That's what I thought. Everything's Type C.
Type C, bro. The world hates us now.
Yeah.
What's up, chat? I saw people in here. Automatic beats, D minors.
Yeah.
What's up? How is it, boys? Good? A little rainy here right now.
Connection sucks. So a lot of content that we still gotta get out.
Yep. Tons of content. Terrible reception. Regardless the fact that I have, 5 bars and 5G plus. Still have terrible reception. I don't get it. Took me like an hour to upload a YouTube short yesterday. Terrible. But it did let me go live finally, so that was nice. And it stayed relatively consistent until I got like in the middle of the conference center. I started like losing it, and it was getting super nasty. Stream inception.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Yep.
I'm sorry for the quality of the videos coming out that have come out. Image stabilization. I lost the bag that my Sony ZV-1 handheld, controller recorder thing. I don't know what happened. Robert Kennedy Jr. was on stage. We were setting up the camera, and I guess I must have left it. But we went and checked. It got picked up. So whatever. I think I'm probably being picked up by your mic,
Probably.
but I'm still muted.
I wonder if it's just because you're just hearing, like, your audio is on, so therefore you're just hearing like what it sounds like.
Yeah, but I can't even turn it on. Like, it won't even let me turn it all the way. Like I turned everything down.
I turned mine all the way up. Do y'all hear an echo? I'd be curious. I mean, we hear ourselves echo, so. But do y'all hear an echo?
But day one was
Just
actually
sounds fun.
pretty awesome. The pre-party wasn't too bad. Mind Disrupt people, thank you for inviting us to it. It was just good to bump in everybody. Like at the pre-party, I was actually having a good time. Had a few alcoholic drinks, and it was just basically, catching up. Tech Hustler is really freaking cool, actually.
Yep.
So I mean,
Dave McCall. No, I don't know about any of that.
left-handed bait. What bait? What are you talking about?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
Plead the fifth, sir. Plead the fifth.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Anyways, yeah. So Tech Hustler is really freaking cool. Meet him. Got to meet him in person, and like, what was it? Him and a couple people walking around with cigars because they got it from the VIP section.
Oh yeah. Those
We
VIPs.
were nerding out on the IntelliFlux container with the dry cooler up top. I'm sure you guys saw a short about that I already put out, but yeah, the IntelliFlex crew came out. They showed out a lot of the other people. It was basically vendors and distributors, right? So West Miners, Bitmains, the new M56s, all that stuff, and cooling capacity or how to cool your devices. Your freaking camera quality is so much better. There's a difference between an S21 and an S23. Just saying.
This is a front-facing camera. My better camera's on the back. But yeah, it was a super nice setup. I was really enjoying the IntelliFlex setup. So it was 6 megawatts, 1,436 single phase miners can be in there, or if you are in 3-phase, or some of the higher powered miners, you can run half. But it is 6 megawatts, and it's like fully like plug play deploy. Comes with like a 6 megawatt transformer that's like right next to it called a megabox,
Megabox.
which is like the control center over all the power. Each one of the boxes inside the IntelliFlex was 400 amp fuses, like main switches. And there was 4 like those control panels.
All controlled by Siemens technology.
Yeah.
Like the panels, the breakers, the intelligent management, like what was the pad? I forgot the name of the pad. It was a specific product name. But yeah, they showed out. Whereas some of the other ones were showing what they could do, but in smaller scale.
Yeah. There was a few, like a lot of them brought smaller
Like
setups.
broadcasting, they show. I've seen their stuff before, but they had just a miniature display. A
Yeah.
couple others as well. DCX was there towards the back. The Bitcoin Museum, you guys probably already saw, and a number of your favorite content creators already, was really cool. It's driving me up the
I
wall.
don't know, man. It's getting pretty bad. And it's like, it doesn't happen all the time. So I don't know what it is. But yeah,
I was just curious.
I really liked it. Some of the setups were cool. Apparently there were way less containers this year around. Last year there were more containers apparently. So there was only like 1 or 2 containers that were here this year. The IntelliFlex, and then there was a smaller container that I didn't really go through.
That was Gaga though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
That was a different brand.
Gigahatch or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of different companies here. From what
There's a lot of immersion cooling this year. There's a lot.
I mean, yeah, there was a lot of immersion cooling. That's pretty much.
And the word of the day, curtailment.
Curtailment, yep. Energy curtailment. You want to manage your energy? We can curtail it. There was different. So primarily, again, your ASICs. You know, your Whatsminer. I think Avalon was there, right? No,
No.
no. It was just Whatsminer, Bitmain.
And it wasn't even like
It wasn't.
Whatsminer
really
actually wasn't really there. It was DJ Miners, like distributor.
Yeah, so
For
DJ
Whatsminer.
Miner with Whatsminer, and then I
Yeah.
think Bitmain had another.
They had like a really small booth. I'm not sure if they were actually Bitmain people, but they were just, it was like a little small booth. All they really had was the S19 Hydro, and then a few like ASICs just sitting on the thing. Like their booth was nothing spectacular. If it was even them, you know what I mean?
I liked engineering fluids set up.
Yeah,
So they
were really
actually
cool.
had the containers, their containers set up with immersion liquid, their BitCool 888, and then the Whatsminer in there. They even had the M56. I saw the M56 a lot and the M53S.
Yep.
But yeah, what I really would have loved to done and to do next time is have the opportunity, because I had the tools to go and actually like maybe do a teardown of an ASIC on site, or let's get one up and running. Like I know a few people were able to get theirs up and running, but apparently it wasn't clean, stable power. So not everybody could have their stuff run long term.
Right.
But it would have been nice to go and actually get one set up live. And I think Hawk live streamed, you live streamed, a couple others live streamed, but I couldn't live stream. My connection was just bad. My connection is still bad. I look choppy compared to Crypto. So, thank you, AT&T.
I have AT&T too. So.
Yeah, but
Thank
I
you,
haven't ordered them. So they're trying to get me to upgrade.
They're forcing you to upgrade right now. They're like, see, this is why you have to upgrade. It's because your quality is dog crap.
You fucking play, upgrade your phone.
Yeah, by far, I think IntelliFlex was my favorite, like industrial setup. Fog hashing had some cool stuff. I really liked BigSpit's setup that they had this year, because BigSpit is now USA based. They used to be based out in Russia, but they've since moved away from there, and now they're strictly in the USA. And they have a farm down in Dallas, Texas, and they invited me out to the farm. They want me to come check it out, see what they have to offer. They even have like single phase, like at home containers as well with a dry cooler. It's like a little module. and it's really cool. I'm making decisions. Uh, Fog Hashing offered me a deal to review a unit.
Speaking of which,
Yeah. Speaking of which,
speaking of which, my wife just called me, and you get. I believe that video dropped this morning. And check out Crypto Mikhail's interview with Bixbit on my channel. He'll probably release the video as well on his channel. But speaking of fog hashing, my wife called me early this morning. It's like, were you expecting packages? And why are they so heavy? Dude, I saw it on the ring too. That dry cooler, dry cooler box,
big
it's like
box, man.
as tall as me, bro.
Were they? Was it standing up? Like,
It was standing up. Yeah. Like I'm surprised she got it inside. My little
I
wifey.
hope that they didn't like the copper tubes are on one side. I hope it wasn't sitting on that side.
I don't know, man. We'll find out. But that's the problem when you ship it from the APAC region.
Yeah, I know. One of my buddies and clients who has a C2. When it came in, it was a little rough. Mainly the packaging, the cooler and the tank, everything was fine. It was packaged well, so luckily that was probably what saved it. So I imagine yours is going to be the same, but the fact that it's standing up on its side scares me a little.
Looks like the container box was a little bit rough, but the dry cooler box was looking
They
good.
delivered our container box upside down, so like all the parts were upside down.
Oh wow!
Luckily, nothing broke.
You should probably put an arrow on it.
I think there was. I'm
Oh,
not mistaken. And there
If
was a
it's
sign that says
UPS,
"Do not stack," and
they're not.
the coolant was right on top of it. So, thanks, UPS. So, I don't know.
But yeah, a lot of good setups. I think it could have been, and again, thank you to Mind Disrupt for having us out. I think it could have been a little bit more organized, but I know they were trying to adapt on the go. Some people were maybe canceling, rescheduling, whatever it might be. So
What's Yeti? Good morning, my dude. Or probably not good morning for you.
yeah, probably like next time.
Good evening for you, sir.
We got to get ready to dippy doo drop Mikhail off at the airport, and then I can get a 5 hour drive up north. Hopefully, beat wifey home. The fog hash and cooling, going back to that being dropped off this morning. It is afternoon. Yeah, good afternoon.
Nice.
The fog hashing unit is not going to be set up right away. We might do an unboxing, but remember, I got the Acra TL in the garage that's down for the count right now. Don't have the funds to fix that, so I don't really have much space in there. And we got to figure out how. Now that I've seen the dry cooler in person, and you saw in the video this morning, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. We're gonna have to. We gotta figure out something. I am not mounting up to the side of my house. We gotta put like a concrete pad and design it in such a way that we don't have to worry about hurricanes and the elements. And then drill holes through the concrete wall, which is gonna be fun. Seal it properly and figure it out that way, because this one C1 will heat up your garage. Right, you gotta leave the garage cracks. Even if you had the attic access open with
Right.
some venting, it will heat that sucker up, especially in Florida. So I can't imagine Arizona or whatever. So if you get a C1 or a C2 from fog hashing, it's a great unit. You might as well just have that dry cooler outside. Like there's no point in having it inside your garage. Maybe the attic, but you're probably gonna want that fan
Yeah, I think it'd be a little heavy to be in the attic.
being like directly fed to a vent outside. And it's very heavy for sure. But just that small one fan radiator is pretty heavy. Like if you don't properly secure that thing and it falls through your roof, your ceiling, you're gonna be shit out of luck. But also the cooling potential. You got to get that shit out as fast as possible from the attic. But anyway, that's a problem for the future. I'll have updates about that later on. What else did we see? So it was just good to see the hobbyist miner, DJ Mines, Crypto Craig. We hang out with Crypto Craig and Retro Mike for a good minute.
Yep. OTD was there. He's usually in our chats. Ron Watkins, we saw Ron. So shout out to you, Ron. It's good to see you. Carter, well, hung out with Carter. We had dinner last night with Carter. That was pretty cool. And the team. So that was interesting. Went and explored a little bit. 'Cause I've never been to Miami, so
Retro Mike is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
He's hilarious.
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. They had Epic control boards were here. I talked about that on my channel a couple weeks ago when they were releasing their models. Brains OS with their control board was out.
The BP 100.
Yep. They even reached out and said that we can reach out to them and maybe get a sample to do some testing over, which would be really cool because you do know I have that S19 Pro coming in, so that should be here rather soon. And yeah, maybe we can try that out if it has a bad board. We don't know. I don't know what control board it has yet, so we'll find out when it gets here. And yeah,
Who else was there? So it was basically
Locotech,
Loco, yeah.
iPolo, Jazz Miner.
iPolo, the V1 Mini 900. Hobbyist got
Hydro.
the Hydro, yeah. Hobbyist got an exclusive look at that, so stay tuned to his channel. Because a number of us recorded it in its presentation state, but Hobbyist got to go a little bit deeper. I was able to hang out with him and get that footage.
What's up, DJ?
Keep an eye on that.
22's in chat for DJ, man. What's up, my dude?
Dude, we were talking. Oh my god, we were talking about it if we had a funeral for DJ and just putting 22 on the tombstone.
Everybody's yell 22. 22.
It was just good, man. It was good to catch up with everybody. Hey, you know how many people came up behind me and was like, DJ Mines? Like, nah, bro, that's my brother. He's over there.
That's my brother. He's over there. That guy.
Freaky. It was just good. It was just good to meet everybody in person. DJ Mine, you're a lot taller than I thought in person. I figured you were tall, but you're tall in person. You know who was short in person? Tech Hustler. I thought he was going to be a little bit bigger than that.
Really?
Yeah. He's swole. He's got his workout going.
Dan's a little shorter than I thought he would be, to be like personally honest. Like
Dan.
from Flux, like CEO of Flux.
Dan, yeah.
Yeah. He's a little shorter than I expected. I expected him to be like, I mean, he's my height, if not a little shorter, you know what I mean? Just a little bit.
I thought Hefty would be short. But
oh, no, that dude's tall. Completely opposite on that situation.
Mike from BBT, and there's so many mics, right? You got various content creators at the first
Mike. What? Everybody's turning around.
It was good to see BBT there. Everybody was talking to him, so
it's like it only happens like every so often.
Yeah, but it was good to see. So Mike, Bitsby Trippin took over a certain section and doing interviews there. So we should have some content. He should have some good content about it. And just have a good time. Have a few drinks, chill out. Oh, you're at the airport now?
Nice. Yeah, I'll be on my way there in about an hour. It's about 10 o'clock right now, I think.
Yeah, we should probably get it wrapping up in a little bit.
Yeah, I fly out of here at 1, and then I land in Dallas, and then I fly out of Dallas back to Oklahoma. Probably home around like 5, 6 o'clock. Well, I'll be home by like probably 7.
I'm gonna try to see my sister if I got time. Stop by and say hi to my sister. And Cyberpunk 2023. We talked to some people. Good to meet you, Scott. Thank you for your time. Daniel, Hefty. We'll try to make it. I can't make any promises, but we gotta check out. Talk to the missus, finances, all that stuff. But we will try.
Nice. So you're at the airport with Hobbyist to Atlanta, then you both separate. That's nice.
Is he still editing? That man was on a mission. He definitely had his plan.
He was workation for him.
Yeah,
more work than vacation.
That's really why. So day one, I wanted to get my coverage. I just couldn't upload. So I mean, I got content. I don't have 500 gigabytes of content like Bitsby Trippin, 4K high quality Canon cameras, but definitely got some content that I want to put out. I just put out what I could because uploading sucked. I got a lot of editing to do when I get home. Then we got to do the monthly most profitable crypto online, which is what, isn't today the last day? No, today's the 20.
No, this is 28.
The kids are out of school.
Next week.
I start to lose track of the day. Out of school.
I don't know, man. My kid's gonna start going back to school in August, like the middle of August. So not far away.
So DJ, that's exactly what I did. So the first day I hustled, and the second day, so the pre-party, had a good time. Second day hustled, and then the third day, I really just chilled. I actually Mikhail got in there super early at like 7 a.m. Nobody was there as far as like setup. I actually had a good opportunity to walk around, get some solo. Oh my god, dude, it's a file.
That's what it sounds like, but it's just the phones. Yeah, it was cool. What's he saying? Yeti says, Serpent, what was the one thing you saw at Mining Disrupt that was super interesting for the future?
I mean, there was a lot of interesting things.
There was tons of interesting things. Oh no, Serpent's coming.
Connection.
Bye, Serpent. I'm still alive.
There we go. There we go. There we go.
I'm still alive for you.
That was weird.
Yeah. We're trying out the live together thing. So like
Yeah.
we're both technically live on the same channel, his channel, but from both of our phones.
We should try this when we have a better connection on my phone.
Yeah, like from our computers.
Yeah. But
Maybe we'll do it tomorrow morning for like the morning show, or is it tomorrow?
no, tomorrow is Caffeine and Crypto and the morning show.
Yeah, maybe we'll do a like a dual shows tomorrow or something.
Okay. I want to sleep in tomorrow, man. You and my wife would not let me sleep.
I'm an early bird, guys. I'm sorry.
Bro.
And plus, like we're an hour ahead here, so like it's thrown me off this whole time. So like I'm getting up at like 6 o'clock here, which is like 5 o'clock at home, and I'm like, just go back to sleep, but I can't. So
what was Yeti's question?
what was the most? What was the super interesting thing you saw for the future?
Believe it or not, the word of the day or the word of the event, curtailment, energy curtailment, right? Because
Curtailment.
a lot of these farms are using ESG mixes. Maybe a little bit renewable. There might be some, 30% solar, 40% hydro, and then the rest is fossil fuels. That's very interesting to me, and how they plan on managing it. Also, keep an eye on Hivon. Hivon Andrew gave a presentation, and they're working on something.
So was Foreman.
Yeah,
Foreman as well. Yeah.
and there's Sea Power.
Yeah, it's who their Foreman's partnering with for auto curtailment.
Yeah, and then they're
Good for big farms. For an at-home person, that does not affect you like at all.
Yeah, this is for mid-scale, large-scale operations. Somebody just wrote something. Final thoughts on Locotech. You want to take that one?
Yeah. So I actually interviewed the guy at Locotech. Really cool dude. I mean, they've been around since like 2019. He said he wasn't. Of course, he mentions like all of the people calling it a scam, things like that. Which still, I have not seen any like physical proof of it hashing. They didn't have a hash blade there, like I wanted them to, but they did have like their test chips, and the guy did go like in a full detailed like conversation about it and like went in depth. So I enjoyed that as a standpoint of not necessarily a consumer, but in a consumer standpoint, that the fact that he could back up all of his information was really cool. They're still probably a long ways out, in my personal opinion. They're building their own silicon in house. They're not. It wasn't TSMC. They're building it themselves, which that takes a lot of time, a lot of R&D. They make tester boards. They brought their tester board there to how they validate each individual chip. They had a bunch of chips just sitting there that didn't pass validation. So, I mean, there was probably at least 20 plus chips just sitting on the table that were not, they didn't meet like their quote for validation. So maybe they don't have it down pat. I don't know.
Yeah, they had a lot of chips.
Yeah, they had a lot of bad chips.
bad chips and
So-
the petri dishes.
Yeah. It's interesting. A little skeptical of Hashblade till actual proof. Yeah, I mean, I agree too. But for the fact that he was actually able to kind of talk to us and go over all of it was nice. Give us the update of like what a Hashblade would do or how you can deploy a Hashblade later. Basically, with deploying it on a mining rig, you can slot them into risers, give them extra power, and run them through like a USB to the board, which is kind of cool. That you could repurpose maybe your old like beta frames or something like that. Maybe even a server case would probably be really beneficial because you'd be able to cool them and maybe push them a little further. So that'd be a cool little interesting setup, in my opinion. I would love to see that. When that will be, they didn't give an answer.
Yeah, there's no ETA, but they've been spending a lot of money on development, and obviously, the community knows the story, so I'm not going to feed into it too much. But there's a lot of new people coming on the scene. Chain Reactors building their own ASICs in house. What was that other company that started with a D?
Desway miners.
Desway Miners. We saw
The
them.
K10 Pro or whatever.
4,900 watts for 200 terahash, and then
Which is a lot of watts, but that's also 200 terahash.
so that's 21.5 or 21.25
Joules per hash.
joules per hash. Yeah.
I mean, it's really cool. They have a little LED screen on it. It's really hard to read the LED screen without your like.
The
Up in it.
LED screen is actually the same one off of your Octominer case if you have one.
Yeah, same exact setup. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool little feature. Most people probably won't ever see that, especially if most setups for farms, the machines are usually rotated and facing backwards. So, really, the likelihood you're probably never going to see it. But it does have like show the IP address on it, which is kind of cool because you don't have to like go run through.
If you got a bunch of machines.
Yeah, you can just if you deploy like 5, you can literally write down all of your IPs right there in front of you before you ever go walk to a computer or see it before or do it from your phone. We give a laptop in front of you, whatever. That does make it easy instead of having to use something like Angry IP Scanner or logging into your router to find the IP address. That's kind of cool. It's like what, $4,000 something dollars? What they were saying.
4,200 and 5,600.
There you go. And it did have 2 modes. You can run it at a lower wattage for 170 terahashes, which isn't like too bad. They posted a picture with Brains OS, so I wonder if they're like, gonna work on something for maybe tuning their chips.
Yeah, Simple Mining, Brains OS, Plybon. They're all working on intuitive UIs to help you, the end user, manage your miners. So I'm interested to see how that.
I mean, Brains already has that out. You can already like
Well, there's
tune
updates to
by
it.
chip, but yeah, there are more updates plus their controller boards that will really help. But it'd be kind of cool. See if Desway gets in with like Brains. See if they can optimize, not really optimize their hash rate, but maybe drop their wattage per chip, finding out like what's most effective. So that's kind of cool.
So, by the way, the convention is by the airport. Airport is over here. You got the main highway, and it's basically a mall downstairs. So it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, they were hashing.
If
They
you
had one
come
of them
here
running.
next time, like think of all trades found out. If you come here next time, try to get a hotel at the same place, the convention. I know everybody's gonna be trying to do that. So Yeti, Deep Miners Pool, if you come, yeah. I guess you won't be as super next time.
Super helpful. That's for sure. Because you don't have to like go anywhere.
Yeah.
This
We
place
had
is a freaking mall in it, dude. I got lost in a mall. What it felt like. There's like 3 floors, multiple corridors. I was like,
gym.
this is like absolutely insane.
Yeah, and Crypto Mikhail's never been to Miami, so we had to take him out to Ocean Drive, go check out some places.
If you're in DCA Discord, there's a section called Explore Life, and it's usually pictures from anyone that's in DCA or anyone's in the channel. They just post pictures from exploring the world, and I dumped like all my pictures from last night into there. So
I want to go to Japan.
that'd be cool.
I would love to go to Japan.
Yeah, it's nice here. It's humid. It's been really cloudy almost every day, but
Yeah. That's the one thing I wish. I wish we had a nice sunny day for Mikhail to see like how beautiful Miami, especially Miami Beach can be. But it just stayed stormy and rainy. And yesterday I got a video of like the wind picking up and storm about to hit. And there's this freaking giant iguana by the pool. And he goes to walk away and the wind blows all the chairs like into him. He's like, dude, what the hell?
he just kind of sat there and was just like, what was that for? Man, that storm came out of like nowhere too. It was just like really windy,
Yeah,
and then like all the chairs just went across the lot. And we're like, maybe we should go inside. And
Yeah, it was picking up. It was picking up.
then we went to the back side of the lot, and it was gone, or it wasn't windy at all. It's made me feel right at home because
The
it
backside
can
is really
rain
the front.
like in front of my house, but not be raining in the backyard of my house. Like that stuff happens in Oklahoma. It's like really weird. It could be clear blue skies and raining. Like I never understand that one, but it is what it is.
The biggest thing, the biggest takeaway from this Yeti, and everybody else is networking. You meet people. Obviously, you're going to be handed a lot of stuff if you want shirts, cards, everything, all the
Act white.
merchandise you want. But it's networking with individuals, talking to people, speaking to leaders in their industry. There was a couple speakers I wish we would have had time to hang around with, but hopefully Mindless Rep could do a better job of providing that information in real time. Because I know they have to make some adjustments on the fly.
Yeah.
But it's really cool to just network. It wasn't just the content creators; it was the individuals in the background in the space, helping miners like ourselves get the equipment, repairs. A lot of basic repairs there. A lot of
AcrePair.com.
a lot of control board logics, right? But you got Epic, you got what you said, Brains,
Epic and Brains were really the only ones for
the
control
two big
boards.
ones, yeah.
Yeah, for the control boards anyway.
And then I didn't spend much time with Python, not as much as I wanted to, because I wanted to get Andrew one-on-one, but he had a presentation, and then by the time I got back, I don't think he was there.
Yeah,
So-
they moved his presentation back. Like they kept moving it and moving it and moving it. So I think he had his presentation and then had to leave. So I didn't see him much after that. So yeah, it's not bad.
Definitely network, hang out with people, meet new people. You might bump into somebody that could help you with a solution. That's exactly what most of the people did, is that they might need a new cooling solution, right? Air cooling their farm or whatever isn't working anymore. Well, they're going to have to invest in immersion cooling. And dry coolers, right? You're seeing a lot of the dry cooler companies, or excuse me, the immersion companies that have containers with their dry coolers. And Mikhail was talking about this on top of the container, if it can support it. Obviously, that's a large amount of weight, but if you put the dry coolers on the floor, you have the opportunity now of sucking in debris, leaves, all kinds of stuff into your system or into the radiator. Obviously, going to cause issues, airflow, stuff like that. So,
Right. Plus structures can block flow of like air movement. So if it's like kind of against a wall, you would get less air movement through the cooler than it would be like if it's up on top of the container where it's above all the structures and the air can just flow through it by like naturally. Kind of like in IntelliFlex's version, and then there was someone else that had a similar setup where it was on top of it. But when the dry coolers were on top, I didn't see any fans. I'm assuming because it probably doesn't need it at that point because the actual air can move through it freely without having to force the air through it because there's no airflow on the floor.
it looked like DJ's getting ready for his flight.
Yeah.
I see some of you are dropping off. I'm going to get ready to get out of here, get Mikhail over to the airport. And we'll do a proper recap tomorrow with good audio and good connectivity from the house. If not at 10, 11, and if not at 11:10, one or two, we'll figure it out. Me and Mikkel will talk
Sure.
offline. And think of your questions and make sure you bring it.
Black Cat, my favorite thing was probably Big Spit stand, and then I enjoyed seeing the V1 Mini Hydro from iPolo. I was actually interested in that before I came down here. I was hoping that would be here, and it was. So it was actually really cool to see that and kind of get a glimpse of it for 900 mega hashes for like 800 watts. But it's all water cooled. Like it was virtually silent, and it was mining while it was sitting there.
When you
You
see
couldn't
Hobby's
even see it.
video,
Hear it? I mean,
when you see Hobby's video, you'll see some of the questions I have, which we'll talk about after that video is out.
Yep.
But the best part for me was the Bitcoin Museum. I got to really nerd out. That was some legacy equipment, some really nice equipment that I really appreciate. And I don't think everybody knows what that equipment was or what was the drama or stories behind some of them. But I did, and I got to enjoy it. Me and Retro Mike geeked out. Crypto Craig was walking around with Mikkel and Lance from Bitcoin Museum. Thank you for talking with us. They are looking for legacy equipment still. And if you contact them and you're willing to donate, you can.
an ant router. They're looking for an ant router. If any of us have an ant router that you're ready to part with,
Yeah,
let us know.
they're willing to put the company name or brand if you donate.
Yep.
And we saw some, what was it, Grid Seeds?
Yeah, some of the grid seeds.
I
Nemesis
know
has
Chuck's
one.
fans got some too, bought some too recently.
Yeah, and they were the older ones there too, like the multiple colored ones. I've usually only ever seen like the silver ones, but they had the blue one and the red one, which was kind of interesting.
Who's in chat? Somebody just came in with our members.
Alexander Fleener.
Hey, what's up, Alex? Appreciate you being a member of the channel. Thanks for stopping by. We're getting ready to wrap up today to get Mikkel to the airport and leave. We're gonna do a proper recap tomorrow with better connection, audio, and quality. So,
Well, we're back at home on the home base.
right.
What's up, Chris
dude?
GTR? Good to see you, dude.
I gotta hit up Jeffrey when I get home. They got something for us. We're gonna be trying to do a giveaway in Q3 of 2024 for this channel. But just bear with me. Safe travels to everybody that's here. DJ Mize, if you're still here, safe travels to you and hobbyists. I'll see you guys around. Keep in touch, please. And thank you guys for stopping by this morning and hanging out with us in our hotel room. I know that sounds dirty, but whatever. Yeah, we'll catch you guys later on. I just wanted to check out this whole invite a friend thing. We'll have to see how it goes in the future. And chilling in Dallas seems like y'all enjoyed Miami. Did you go to the beach? Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we walked there last night. We didn't like go swimming, but we did go there last night to kind of get the view of the Atlantic. Probably haven't seen the Atlantic in like 20 plus years.
Yeah.
So it was nice to see it again.
Had to get the landlocked guy to the Ocean Drive. So.
Yeah, I needed it for my soul. All I ever see is nothing.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for stopping by.
Yes, thank you guys for all the safe travels and best wishes.
We'll see you tomorrow for either our individual shows or a combined show between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. Maybe Red Pen is going on following us. We don't know. We'll see. But we'll talk to you guys then. Hit the like button on the way out. Sorry for any echo or poor quality. I'll talk to you later.
Later, guys.